Lovelies, my name is Jessica. Welcome to Makeup Misfit and a deck of panning update. I thought I almost forgot about this project. I didn't. It's been in the back of my head for a while and I just wasn't sure what I was going to do with this project, if I was going to abandon it once again. But I didn't really want to do that, and I've also been watching the Clue Panning Edition project that's been going around, which is part of the Fantastic Ladies collab Facebook group, and that started back in June, so there are a few updates into it right now, and I'm like, I think I'm finally starting to wrap my head around that project, so I'm like, maybe I'll do that next year. But then I remembered about this project because I love like the game aspect of it, and I was like, but then I also have deck of panning, and I'm like, I haven't even finished it, so, or like updated it in forever. And is deck of panning something that I want to do next year? Still yes. I'm going to play it by ear, but I figured let's sit down, film an update for this project first, see how this goes for the rest of the year, because we are in October already, so it's almost complete, and we will worry about the rest of it next year. So I had to sit down and rewatch my last update, which I believe was back in April, so it was forever ago. And I actually have done pretty well considering. So we are just going to get right into the progress, the update, and everything that I've been working on. So I have my description box in front of me here. I do have the game board pulled up as well for this month. I haven't looked at it yet, but we will get into what the prompts were way back when. So I had rolled in the Two of Hearts, which at the time was a pencil. I can't quite remember what update I had rolled that in at, but I had pulled in my Urban Decay Rockstar pencil and I wanted to use it 10 times. It was the purple eyeliner. I believe at the last update, I didn't really watch the whole video, but I believe at the last update, I only had a few uses left. And I know I have completed that. I've been trying to look for that eyeliner pencil and I have no idea where it is. Unless I got rid of it because it dried out. Is that what happened? Maybe that's what happened. I can't quite remember right now. But regardless, I did hit those 10 uses. I did manage to use up the last few. So that prompt and product is out. Next, I had the 10 of clubs, which was something you wish you returned. And I decided I was going with a Clinique cheek pop, and this was in Pansy Pop, which is the lavender shade. Now, my goal for this was to wear away the embossment. At the last update in April, it was slightly starting to fade. I did continue to use it, and this is what it's looking like now. So I am really happy that the embossment has been worn away, and I don't know if you're really able to see it there, but where the center of the pan is, it's almost like there's just a slight little dip going on in it. Super excited about it. I have not reached for this since I completely wore away the embossment. Probably won't be reaching for it anytime soon, but I am happy that I was able to actually reach my goal on this. I really didn't use it a whole lot prior to, so at least it's got some sort of use on it now, and I'm happy with that. Last update, I rolled in 3 new prompts. So the first one was your prettiest packaging. That was for the 8 of clubs. Or no, sorry, the 10 of spades was wish you returned. The 8 of clubs was a prettiest packaging. My Huda Beauty Mercury retrograde palette. Now I do have this in another project currently, Alice in Wonderland or Beauty Chest. But my goal for this project was to hit pan on the shade Haze, which was like the teal blue shade, which I'll show you in just a second. If you've watched my last few updates, I want to say it's probably Alice in Wonderland that this is in, you'll know that there's no pan. I will show you, but I am going to cover up the shade that I am currently working on in the other project, not to spoil anything, but this is Haze right here. I don't even think I've used it since, sorry, it's really dark in this room right now because the lighting just is better without my light on right now. But I might have to turn it on because it's really hard to see. But yeah, this looks exactly the same as it did when I rolled it in last update. So no pan. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to just tweak this one. I'm not going to abandon this prompt. I'm not going to try and hit pan on here because if I haven't done that or even attempted to by now. I'm not going to at the moment. My ultimate goal is to completely finish off as much of this palette as I possibly can. And I know that I said I wanted to like start off with having pan in everything. And these two shades here are the only ones that don't have pan. I do have 3 completely empty shade or pans here. But I think what I want to do is just try and expand the pan. Now, I'm trying to think. So we only have 2 months left of this project. I think what I might do is dip into this shade right here, which is called, if I can see it because there's no lights in this room right now. I can't see, but whatever this shade is called right here, I want to expand the pan, but I think I want to try and hit side pan. Not this because it's basically right there, but maybe like this side. Give myself a couple of months, see how much progress I can make on this shade within the next month or so. I will take a starting picture from right now and then compare it to next month. And if I feel like it's been expanded enough, hitting side pan or not, I will then roll it out. I don't expect myself to hit side pan, it's just like a little soft goal. But I just want to expand the pan and get as much use on that shade as I possibly can before the end of this project. So we are going to keep this in here, but we are updating the actual prompt and the goal. Then I had rolled in the 7 of clubs, which was a liquid or cream, and the liquid product I brought in was this e.l.f. liquid blush. This is like the peach shade. I had, and I know I had said it when I rolled it in, the goal I made for this was to completely finish it. I don't know what I was thinking because I knew that was going to be like a heavy goal. I have barely reached for this because I keep forgetting about it. I wanted to reach for it today. And again, I completely forgot about it. I've powdered everything and then I was like, oh wait, this blush. So I'm going to tweak this one as well. I'm just going to adjust to the goal. We're not switching things out. We're gonna keep trying to work on this. But I just wanna throw like, I was thinking 10 uses, maybe 10. I've got 2 months. If I can hit 10 uses within the next 2 months, I'll be happy. I was gonna make it 5 just to make like, you know, make sure I actually reached for it. But because my goal was so heavy, I still wanna like challenge myself with this one. So I'm gonna give myself a 10 use goal. I will obviously let myself take the last 2 months to do that. I don't expect to have this rolled out next month. It's not going to be unless I go on some like kick and like absolutely decide that I'm wearing this every single day. Realistically, it's probably not going to happen. So within the next 2 months, I want to use this 10 times. And then I had rolled in the 4 of clubs, which was your oldest. So it could be any sort of category, however you wanted to do that. So what I rolled in was my pink fizz holo taco shade because this is one of the oldest holo taco shades that I have. This is what made me like place my first order. I just wanted to use this and I gave myself a span of 3 months and I have reached for it, probably only the one time. I actually do have a photo, so I will put that up, and I checked it. It was dated June 29th, so that was within my 3 months. Pushing it, but we made it. So I'm really happy that I actually have this being rolled out as well. So I have 1, 2, technically 3 products. Yeah. 3 products being rolled out, the eyeliner that I don't have, and then these 2, which means I get to pull 3 brand new cards. So, like I said, I do have, oh, we've got the deck. I think that's, oh, there's the Joker right on top. I think that's the only way it goes. Okay, so there's our Joker. They're both in here. I'm just going to shuffle and it is what it is. So like I said, I haven't looked at the game board yet, but I will put that up on the screen for you guys so you can take a peek and see what it's looking like. I know everybody's updates have gone up today, the day that I'm filming. It is the 20th. I did think about this last night while I was at work, and I was like, I probably should film an update and get it up. I knew I wasn't gonna get it up in time, but that's okay. So I'm aiming to get this up. I should have time today to add in a couple of things that I need to and get this up for the 21st, if not the 22nd. Okay, So we are going to do this just a couple more times. And then the top 3 cards is what I'm going to pull, and then we will check the game board and see where we are at. Okay. Fuck. Okay. I've got 2 months, so you know what? I will figure this out. And that wasn't even the one that I showed you guys. The one I showed you was black and white. See, I told you they were both in here. I didn't lie. The King of Diamonds, and then the 10 of Diamonds. So I don't think I did a very good job shuffling, but that's okay. So we'll put these cards back. We'll leave those ones out, and we will see what those prompts are. So the Joker obviously is, are you joking? So I have 2 months to try to hit a goal on something. So I'm going to take some time while I go and find my products to figure out what I want to work on for the Joker. Something that's challenging, not necessarily something that I don't actually want to pan. I don't want to hate pan anything, but I am going to try and challenge myself with something. But I'll take a look, I'll come back, and I'll let you guys know what I chose for that. We have the 10 of Diamonds, which is the phase cards. So the red is no pan left behind. So that's actually going to be fun because I've been kind of thinking about trying to do that in some of my palettes recently, so I can at least make sure that I'm going to get at least 1 palette done no pan left behind style. So I will go find that. And then the 10 of Diamonds, we have a veto. Oh. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can save this one. I've never had that prompt before, actually. It doesn't say. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the veto card. Should I veto my Joker? Like, really, with the way that this project's been going and I haven't been updating, should I veto my Joker? I don't even know if you can, to be completely honest. But I think this is something that you can just like hold on to. So maybe I will use this next month. Maybe I will come back and I will see what gets rolled in next month. And because I'll probably be able to, depending on what palette I pick, I'll probably be able to roll in a no pan left behind next month. And hopefully get some expansion on the shade in here. And maybe I will come back and use this veto card next month. Okay, so I have to find something that I don't really want to pan or that's challenging, and a palette to do no pan left behind in. So I'm going to definitely need a few minutes. I will be back, show you what those products are, and just be one moment. Okay, so I think I have my products. So I actually did find my Urban Decay liner in Rockstar. So as I drop the lid, it is, like I said, gonna be hard to see. Maybe I should turn the light on in here, but the lid, it is kind of drying out and pulling away from the packaging. So I will be throwing this out. I thought I did already, but yes, that was my 10 uses that I did complete. So I'm going to show you guys what I am choosing for my Are You Joking Me. Now, I want to completely finish this off. This is the Bath & Body Works aromatherapy line in stress relief. I love that portion of the line. I want to completely finish this off. It is getting older. I have no idea how much is in here, but I want to say like there's still quite a bit. So if I can finish this off in the next 2 months, that will be absolutely amazing. I know I would have to use this every single day, which is what I struggle with doing. I very rarely ever use moisturizer on my body, which I know I should. So trying to get into the habit of it, I'm really hoping that I can do that with this and, you know, get as close as I possibly can over the next 2 months to completely finishing it off. But my goal is to actually finish it. And I would be very, very happy if I reached that and then, you know, just continue on the habit, because they say it takes 21 days to create a habit, right? So if I'm using this every single day for 2 months, I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. So this is what I'm bringing in. Like I said, I have no idea how much is in here, but I want to say it's like here. Like I've got a lot, like at least half, maybe more. I have no idea. So every single day, if I happen to finish this off quicker because there's not as much as I thought for some reason, I do have another lotion that I was going to pull in, but I just knew that it would be a little bit too easy. So I will just add it to this prompt if that's the case, if I finish this like really, really soon, because that's not very, I think the challenging part of this is to use this every day. Really, that's what it is. So that is for Are You Joking Me? And then for No Pan Left Behind, I have a palette that I actually purchased it off Poshmark. I haven't used it yet, and this is from NARS. It is the Afterglow palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So because I have not reached for this, I thought that it would be the perfect palette for No Pan Left Behind. So I will be dipping into this, and I kind of figured that, you know, a couple of the columns in here, I could probably just do a super simple, easy eye look. The last 2 days, I've actually just been doing like a matte shadow all over the lid and then have a little bit of a shimmer on the inside. And it's been working out. I really like it. Now, I wanted to try and find a palette that wasn't going to compete with my Project Level Up palette, which is the Summer Vibes from Gimme Glow right now. So this was, it's similar-ish, but I'm thinking I can make it work. Even if I do, you know, a look per column, I can kind of get like 4 days worth. This one would be all shimmers. I'd have to make it work, but as long as I use every single shade, I think I can get this one out by the next update. So that is my long-awaited, overdue update for Deck of Panning. I am excited to get back into this and continue the progress and see where I end up next month. And then the finale is in December, so we will have that as well. And then again, I'm going to more than likely do this again next year. I just love the game aspect of it. But I do have a project coming up really soon on November 8th. I'm just revamping something that I had before, but I'm reworking the title, and that's just kind of where I'm stuck right now. But it will be out November 8th, so stay tuned. And if you want to join me, absolutely feel free. I am so excited, so excited for it. But we will chat more about that later. That is it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye.